That scared me. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to teach you about product mapping. Basically, product mapping is how I have built my business to the scale it is. It has been able to show me what's sold the fastest, what's sold the least, what do I need to change to make this machine better. Yeah, so I kind of want to show you what it's all about, and I want to tell you about the different names and terminology and how to set up an actual vending machine. Okay, so let's just go to the dashboard. If you've never seen Nayax before, this is a Nayax account. I am not going to show you all my personal information on here because obviously someone can hack me and we don't want that. We really don't. So, the first terminology you need to know is an MDB code. And an MDB code in a vending machine, I'm not going to give you the exact definition, but I'm going to give you my definition that makes sense to me, is when you pay for a product, it's the code that tells the vending machine and the app what's sold. So, sorry, it's told the app from the vending machine what's sold. So it's such an important factor if you want to scale your business this way. If you just want to not do product mapping with vending, you can do. You don't have to do this, but this is how I've successfully built my business up. Because I am a sales analysis freak. What you can do is we go on to operations. We'll go on to inventory dashboard. Was it inventory dashboard? No, it's machines, sorry. I hope this version tells you the ME code. If not, I'm gonna have to go on the other version. Right, let's start that again. Right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you let me think, what's the best machine to show you to make this super easy for you to understand? I would say, let's say a can machine. Let's just do that. Let's just do a can machine. Where is there a can machine? There's one. Cool. Right, so once you've selected which machine you want to do, because once your card reader is on that vending machine, you will get the option to click on your specific vending machine that you want to add products to. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go into product map, and as you can see, this is a can machine, so it only has 7 selections. If you've ever been seeing one of them massive box fridge can machine, you just press the little weird button and it vends out. I'll put a picture of a can machine here. This one I'm talking about. All these titles up to about here is the only thing I really look at. Product is obviously what's in the selection. Product group is it a chocolate? Is it a fizzy drink? Is it a soft drink? Is it crisp? Is it sweets? There you go. Again, it's not really dead important. If it says Coke can and then it says chocolate, it really doesn't matter. Your PA code is what you want this list to look like. So say if I put in here PA code 7, Coke can will go straight to the bottom here, if that makes sense, because this is the list 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I really hope that makes sense. So it's basically how you want the order of your list to look like for that product map. MDB code is, again, what I said before. It's what the machine tell the app that's sold. It's that little number connection it can grab and figure out what has actually sold, how many it's sold, and all that good stuff that we're going to talk about in a minute. So weirdly enough, the PA codes and the MDB codes match up for this. It's not always going to be the case. So the way you can check an MDB code is I'm just gonna make sure this is open. Yep, that's open. So the way you can check an MDB code is, if you want to set up your product map for a brand new machine and you don't know what your MDB code is to fill in a bin. So if we go on map and add a bin, so if you want, you have to fill in this area that says MDB code, otherwise it won't connect to the machine and they won't talk to each other and tell you what's going on. So what you do is you put an item in that one selection that you want to test the MDB code for. So you test it, as in you pay for it and it comes out, and then just give it a few minutes, and if you go to your last sales, this is a different machine, it's just an example. This would say, again, if we was using this example of the Coke, actually let's use the Dr. Pepper example. Dr. Pepper, product group, cans, PA code. Actually no, it's not gonna let me. Alright, let's forget that. I wanted to show you in a way of me doing redoing it and doing it, but I feel like it's just going to complicate things further. So what I'm going to show you is this is a separate machine. Maybe if we go to the machine that we're doing, that would probably be better. Here we go. Right, okay, so this says Coke 1, 1 equals £1.10. So what this little code here is telling me is the product that's sold is Coke. The first number here in the bracket before the comma is the MDB code. The second number is the PA code, and the number at the end is obviously how much it's charged that card. So what we need to do is, if we go back to our product map, we know that the PA code was 1 and the MDB code was 1, so we know that that line here was related to this this selection here. So what we would do is we would go to the machine to test the MDB code, we would pay for an item, it would come out, and then here it would say item product unknown, because you wouldn't have put the bin up already, so you don't know what the product is yet. And then say if the product code was 55 or 56 or 2600, it can be any number, it doesn't have to be the same as the selection number. You would put, it would come up as in unknown 55, and then it probably just say 0 because you've not created the bin yet. So then what you do is you go to here and you would go on map, add a bin, go on Coke, once it loads, put can, it's not taking it, Coke can, so PA code will be 0, obviously because we're just completely forgetting this line. No, sorry. Yeah, PA code would be 0, and then like our example would be 55 because it's come up as 55. And then your part is how many you can get in that selection. So in a can machine you can get quite a few drinks in there. So you can fit 45 drinks in total max, and then your on hand is how many is actually in the selection. So you could have 45 in there, it could be full, or it could be 12. And it shows you here how many is missing, 33. So when you next go, you know to take 33 to fill it up. So that's pretty much how you do a product map. I'm just going to remove this so it doesn't mess up my bin. Yeah, so this one, as you can tell, we've got 2560. So in this case, I think the selections in this machine is like A1, A2, A3, A4, B1, B2, B3, B4. So what you would do is you would select A1, you'd let it vend, and it would come out, and then a couple minutes later you would look on the last sales for that machine, and then it would show you the MVD code in that first bracket there. Oh, this is a different machine, so don't worry about that. It's not going to match up, but my point is don't always think your MDB code is going to be the same as your selection, because it's not always the case. So I'm going to tell you why it's so important for me in my business for this little system that we've got going on here. So with my business, and not many vending machine companies that I know of do it like this. So when I go into the unit in the morning, I get up my phone, I go on Nayax, I go on machine 1 of the day, and it will tell me on here, say if I was going to this machine, it would tell me I would need to take 6 Tanfastics, 7 Maltesers, 5 Haribos, etc. It tells me how many I need to take to fill that vending machine up. The good thing about this, it prevents me taking too much in my van that I don't need to take. Also stops me from having to carry a load of stock in that's not going to be used, because I'm only small, I can't handle that much. So what I do is I get my plastic box, I go into my unit, and I'd be like, right, we need 6 Haribos in here, 6 chocolate bars, 6 McCoy's crisps, this, that and the other, and I know how much I need to take to the exact amount. This also helps me with my cash flow, because I'm not overspending each month, so I'm not going to have to buy too much in bulk, because I know how much I need to take it every day. Because with my system of work, I go in there and I fill up all the boxes as much as I can. Say if I've run out of salt and vinegar crisp and there's 10 here that need to be filled up, I would just write on a pen and pad, like a shopping list, just put McCoy's salt and vinegar -10/ and then I write what machine it's for. So then I know when I've gone and bought it, I can just put it in that box that it's for. It's such a convenient thing for me to do it this way, because I really don't have to bulk buy, and I don't have to take too much stock with me, because I know exactly how much stock I need to take. Another reason that this is such an important aspect of my business is it tells me what's sold, how many. Actually, I'll tell you all of the. I shall tell you all of the little positives about this once I've run this report. So this is a sales summary report. It tells me everything I need to know about this specific machine's sales in the date range I've just put in, which is August. So we just put your actor is your own actor. You will see that once you've started your own Nayax. Your machine reference is what your machine is called on your Nayax. So it could be your site name, it could just be a little nickname for your sites, just a little abbreviation or something. And then you just need to fill in your time interval. So you could do a month, or you could do a specific time to the exact minute, which is really good. And then we just press review report. Okay, so it's sales by operator. It tells me how much this machine has done in the past month, which was August. So we can go on to sales by machine. It's going to tell me the exact same thing. Oh, right, yeah. My point here was I have 2 machines for this site. So it's telling me that the main machine has made £894.70 in a month, and the other machine, the smallest combo, is making 428.25. So altogether in the month it's done 1.3k. Just that one site, but there's 2 machines, so it's telling me what it's done for both machines. But if you wanted to get more specific, I've just put the site name in my reference because I wanted it to come up with both of the machines that are on that site. But if you want to get more specific and you only wanted one, I'll just do the one that's got 428. Okay, so I've made it even more specific to this site and machine. So this is the smaller Snacky Max on this site, the one that's only made 400, not 800. So what we can do now is we can do some product analysis. So we have seen how much it's made, and we're like, okay, I wanna increase that number. So how can I increase this number? So I go to sales by product. I'm obviously not saying that this is definitely going to increase the amount that your machine's making. It's just something that if you analyze and if you pay attention to and you take the time to put the effort into it, you can grow them. So this site only had one machine in it, and it was a Snacky Max. It was only doing £300 when I bought the location, and through using product mapping and the sales summary by product, I've been able to put a bigger machine in, and then I had to put another Snacky Max in, and now it's making, from 300, it's making 1,300. So once we've clicked on this sales by product, it's telling me, like, let's use this whisper bar for example. It's telling me that £3.90 was spent on whisper bars, 4 transactions were made, and it was all in card. There was no cash because it's saying cash zero. It's saying the total transactions for whisper bar was 4 transactions, which I'm pretty sure I had them in for between 90 and £1, so it's not gonna, I ended up changing the price halfway through the month, so it's not gonna fully make sense to how much it was per item. So what we can do is we can also arrange this little table so it's telling you what sold the most and what sold the least. And how we do that is go on transaction count and you just click it, and it's gone to the least here. So obviously wine gums weren't doing the best here, so if we go to click it again, it's showing me what has sold the most, and it just happens to be Coke Zero, I think. Yeah, but so it's saying this Coke Zero because what it's done is it's took the product name. So if you have Coke Zero, Coke Zero, Coke Zero, but you have 4 selections of Coke Zero, it will combine all them into one line if they're all called the exact same name. But because this product and this product, they could be right next to each other in the machine, but because they're called different names on the product name, they're not combined. So what we just have to do is export it into an Excel sheet, and then just do a little bit of rearranging here so we can see that there was 783 that sold, because 19 plus 64 is 83, and then there was 91 something pounds spent on those 2 selections in a month. So it's really good. So what I use this for is, it's telling me there was 64 bought, and then if I scroll all the way down to the bottom, again it's telling me the snack bags haven't been doing too well in there. The wine gums, normally what I try and do is I take the bottom 5 from each site and I try and swap them with something else. You can do bottom 3 or bottom 5. I did start doing bottom 5, and then obviously I've got more machines, so it's harder to do now, so I just kind of do bottom 5 to bottom 3, and swap them out and try and put something else in to see if I can gain more transactions. But yeah, that's pretty much what you can do for obviously increasing your money. So if we go back to the other machine, right, okay, so I've put them in so it's both of the machines in one. So if we go to total transaction, click it twice, it's going to tell me that I obviously know the answer to this, that Coke bottle has sold the most. This site sells 60 bottles of Coke in a week. In a week. Yeah, so this is 115 plus 54 plus 29, and I've got so many Coke rows in here. Unless all these have joined together because they've been called the same thing. So this could be like 3 selections, and this could be like 3 selections, and same with this one. So it's really good, as in if you're not making the sales at the bottom, the bottom 3, you can change them. On the other side, if your top 3 have been doing incredible, maybe put some more of the same in. Do you know what I mean? If it's been selling out, put some more in. And if it's been selling out in a specific amount of time, so for example, if I just go on my calendar, and if I do, how do I go back? Oh, Jesus, my call. If I do, let's say the 7th of August to the 10th of August, so let's just change these to the 7th and the 10th. So I want to see if I can see how quickly something sold out in a week, which is Coke. Not in a week, in 3 days, which is a Coke. So I can see how many Coke have sold in those 3 days, and then see if it sold out in 3 days or if it sold out in a week. Does that make sense? Because if it sold out in 3 days, then I need to probably double the amount of Coke that is in the machine. But if it sold out in a week, then it's fine because I go every week. The amount that's in there for a week is fine because it's only just sold out in a week. But if it's sold out in 3 days, I need to double the amount of Coke in because I'm only going every 7 days. And then if I'm putting more Coke in and it's selling out every 3 days, I'm only going every 7 days, I want to make more sales. So if we go through this and this, so obviously Coke, we sold 13 in 3 days, plus 6, 19, plus 23, plus 27. These are just the Coke bottles. 27, is that count? And 27 plus 31. So I sold 31 Coke bottles in 3 days. So it's a good drive 60 in there because I'm going every 7 days. So they'll sell out just before I get there, if that makes sense. So there's so much you can do with this, and there's so many intricate details you can go in, and you can just sit there and analyze each machine and see what you need to do to improve. But I would suggest anyone that has started a vending machine business to do this from the get-go, because this is what I did from the get-go, and honestly it's been the best thing I could have done. If I would have just gone in with it blind, I never would have been able to build the business I've got today, and I never would have been able to increase the amount of sales in each machine. Okay guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope it helped and made sense to you. But if not, you can always drop me a message in the comments below. or on my DMs on Instagram. Also, I just wanted to come on and say I am holding mentoring calls. So if you want a bit more information on that, just leave a comment below. It's mainly for things like this. So if you're starting up, if you don't know how to use a specific software for vending, I can help you. I can run through it all. I do charge £60 for 30 to 40 minutes. And then I am also having a monthly subscription for mentoring where you can just text me whenever. Probably have like 1 to 2 calls a month. And I think that's just going to be around the £100 a month mark. Also, when I've got people on the mentoring program, I want to build like a little community so you can all like chat to each other, help each other out, things like that. So it's probably going to be worth it. So get involved, leave a comment below if you're interested, and just invest in your future. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe if you are new. I will see you in the next video. Peace.
10 toes down on my ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing.